Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody new, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a matching. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They took it to 10.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Ripper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Yeah, say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me.
Well, it might not be enough to solve the drought problems here in the Golden State, but it sure is coming down pretty good here in Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Oakland Raiders. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
I don't need to. I go, Eddie! 54. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Check 26, check 26.
On first down, Swift. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
I smell fear in that offense. 15. Watch the drum team spell. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. You go tight. You got tight. You got
Mahomes now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Check, 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 check.
They'll try the left side. Swift, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
54's Mike. Check, watch 54. Watch.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyus Bowser, and the Texans take over an excellent field position.
You see me? They can't stop me out here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Get that quarterback in, man. Get that quarterback. 31. Get that quarterback. 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Double dog. That's the way. Switch. 54. Line him up.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Lamar Miller, touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, 43, 15. Slide. 66. Blow it high. SOS. Slam. Check.
Hey, 57 colors.
Motion, pop.
Now a give, right side. Swift. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
You can't block me. Check 37. Check 4. Watch out.
On 3rd down, Swift slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. Here we go, fourth down, Mahomes. That's to his running back, complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on fourth down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. This is taken at the 15.
We got this.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. Lamar Miller, he'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. And he's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns.
There he goes, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Watson, he's going to rifle one deep left. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. DJ Chark, 79 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, they're stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Mahomes now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, a 22.
First down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7 our score. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Wide, get wide.
Mike's by 4. We don't want this. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
To throw is Watson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
He's coming. Go ahead. He's coming. Double up.
Back to throw, Watson. And his throw is incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On the ground with a tight end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
And the Texans first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Now it's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Hey, 43, 15.
54. Hey, keep it up. 49, check 49.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyus Bowser in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Hey, watch it.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tyus Bowser getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
A first down carry now for Miller. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans push further out in front. McManus now for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. He's coming. 15. We got double up.
Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
It's our time. Color. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Mike's 50. Watch the backer.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Even. 4 down, even. 15. Echo. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Silver. Mike 50. You must be.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Well, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Yellow. 54.
Now here's Mahomes. They'll find Meadow. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 50, yellow, 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 yellow.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I'm here all day.
Mahomes to throw once more. Rolling to his right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Out, 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 out. Check 3, check 3.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Escaping the pressure. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Here's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys continue to pour it on. McManus's point after is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get out.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Alert, flare. Hey, color. Flare. Hey, watch.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 20, 10, 5, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
First down and goal to go.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Crunch time, defense. Watch the safety creep. 15.
Now Mahomes. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to get this back to within at least some measure here of respectability. Rosas good with the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah,
Lamar Miller, the 40, past the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, 75 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just 1 play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Looking middle, and that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Mahomes now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
Yellow. Crunch. Select. Under 10.
They'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Now a first down throw, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Raiders pick it up. And the return will stop right around the 25. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. 2nd down and inches. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Motion. Reset. 54's
He'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high?
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tyus Bowser. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Check Sunday, on Sunday.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Going deep this time for Miller. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Again, it's Miller.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
To throw is Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And they'll run for it with Miller. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. And a failure on fourth down on the other side leads immediately to a first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Check safety, check safety. Me, I got him. I got motion man. Me, I got this.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
PAT up and good by Rosas as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out. But for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll run on first down. It's Moss. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. They'll try the left side. Moss. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Let's go.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. And I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Call an audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the lines in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Hey, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a bosses. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no bombing. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.